all right, Tom, I've been building it up, but I had a couple beers in me, so I need tell the audience your brilliant way to name the All-Star team.
Election night. And by the way, I want all the networks to cover it, just like a political election. In other words, these votes for the fans, I don't have a problem with it, but let them vote on a primary election. Basically put a ballot together for 2 months. And then a week before the All-Star game, from, say, 7 in the morning until polls close at, say, 6 p.m., so you'll be at your computer at work, you can vote. And you only get to vote once, just like an election. It's a rolling deadline, so the West Coast votes will come in late. And as the votes come in the course of the night, we're going to find out who wins each position. So you're not going to be voting on guys in the middle of May, when you're basically 4 weeks into the season, picking an all-star game for the middle of the summer. And everything now, you know this, it's event-oriented. People want the big show, right? Turn the voting into a one-night extravaganza, own the night. And by having a ballot with the top 3 or 4 guys at each position, you won't wind up with Omar Infante, which thankfully we didn't this year at the All-Star game. I think it makes perfect sense, and I haven't heard anything against it, Dan.
Yeah, but have you heard anything for it? This is a grassroots process here, Tom.
I think you got to start somewhere, Dan. Yeah, I've heard some people at MLB say they like the idea. They're in love with the idea of total votes for some reason. Yeah, and by having people vote for 2 months, they're trumpeting the number of times that people have voted. I think it should be more about the excitement and the actual results. Let's get the best players at the All-Star game.
But you could let the fans vote for the top 3 at each position if they wanted to. That's your primary, and then all of a sudden you have election night, and then that's when you have to vote, and you'll get the West Coast votes that come in. You're going to be able to keep people with this. You're checking in periodically. Maybe you do remotes with some of these players who are going to be up. We check in with the candidates there. I think it would be fun. It would be different, and this way, unless Kansas City Royals fans would be upset that they couldn't get their entire starting lineup in there.
That they couldn't hijack the system. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Think about a race between Molina and Posey. And at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, Molina is leading, but the West Coast votes are still coming in. And, it comes down to a vote at 9 p.m. announced on 3 different networks. Posey just passed Molina. I mean, I think it'd be something people get into. I really do. And I would have the players vote, by the way, cross-reference in the primary balloting with the fans. So that's Infante finishes 3rd among the fans, but he's 10th among the players. He's not going to be on the final 3 ballot.
I like that. What about pitchers? In getting guys who, Scherzer, who has been the best pitcher in baseball, is not going to be in the All-Star game. Is there a way that we, it's supposed to, this is showcasing baseball, but you're not going to showcase some of the best pitchers in the game?
Yeah, I'm going to rely on you then to come up with an idea, Dan, because I'm stuck on that one. Really, I don't know any way around it. People should be putting their regular season games ahead of the All-Star game. I get that. But it does make we get in a situation where some of the best pitchers that everybody wants to see and deserve it are just physically unable to pitch in the game. I don't know a way around that one.